Hello, everybody. Today, I want to talk to y'all about the things that God had delivered me from. You know, the last few years has been very, very challenging, and I'm pretty sure it's been challenging for a lot of us. But I want to just go in right into first. I want to thank my Lord and Savior for everything He has done for me and my family. And He can do the same thing for you. I used to tease my wife and I used to say, you know what, I'm taking one for the team because a lot of stuff done happened and it seemed like it only happened to me. Out of everybody, out of my whole family. It seemed like everything just always happened to me though. But, first I want to talk to y'all about I'm pretty sure a lot of people experienced this too when COVID first hit. Not the second COVID, but the first COVID, the more serious, more dangerous one. When that first hit, I was doing, at first, I wasn't taking proper precautions and I would go places without my mask and things like that. But as we was like 7 or 8 months into COVID, I started wearing my mask and things like that. But I think I got back sloppy again. I started wearing my mask because I thought I was invincible, really. Because I used to always say, I can't catch it. But anyway, I ended up catching COVID. And how I find out I caught COVID, because I was due to have surgery. And I couldn't get the surgery because they told me that I had COVID. And it seemed like I was just fine. It seemed like I was fine until I found out I had COVID. And once I found out I had COVID, things started, working into my mind like, oh, you got COVID. You know how the devil works. Because basically I just thought I had like a regular cold. The only thing I had was like a stuffed up nose and this and that. I didn't get vaccinated, because I felt like I don't know what I'm putting in my body, so I don't want to get vaccinated. People was telling me you should get vaccinated, this and that. But I was thinking about long term. Like, I don't know if I want to get vaccinated because what if something happened down the line? What if it started messing with my organs and things like that? So I didn't want to get vaccinated. But anyway, once I found out I had COVID, it's like everything started happening to me. It's like that's when stuff started happening. I had it for like two weeks. You being older, you got to take care of yourself. I thought I was in pretty good shape, so I thought I wouldn't catch it. And if I did cut it, I thought it would be really nothing. But it wasn't that. It could have been worse than it was for me. But anyway, I ended up catching it. When I found out I had it, I isolated myself for 2 weeks, stayed away from the family so they wouldn't get it. But I had symptoms like a very stuffed up nose and, a headache, bad headache, chest was hurting and stuff like that. Like right when I found out I had it, I wasn't having none of these symptoms until I found out I had it. Once I found out I had it, my chest started hurting. I had a real bad headache. And, my nose was stopped up real bad. And I kept praying and let me tell you something. The devil, he's real crafty. He's real sneaky. He'll try to convince you that, yeah, you're going to die. And, you're not going to see your family anymore. Because one thing about COVID, once you find out you got it, it ain't like everything else. Once you find out you got something like a cold, you get it. Then as time go on, you get better. But no, not with COVID. As time go on, the first week is critical. You can get worse the first week when you got COVID. Like I said, I didn't have that second COVID. I had the first COVID, the more dangerous one. But it was challenging, man. It was real challenging. It was up and down. You had to weigh it out. I was doing a lot of thinking, a lot of praying during that COVID time. But I kept praying and God kept on reassuring me that I was okay. So after 2 weeks come, I went to the doctor, took another test. They said I was negative. So that was cool. But it's always about the Lord. He always reassured me that I was going to be okay. Now, what I felt a real mention is when I had COVID and I was at my job, I didn't even know. I probably had it. I had COVID at my job, but thank God I didn't give it to anybody. I think my boss ended up giving it to me. Probably. I'm not sure. But my chest was hurting, this and that. But Anyway, I had an accident. I had an accident. I had an eye injury. You know, during the COVID thing, I ended up getting an eye injury. That's why I wear the glasses, cause I suffer a bad injury, and man, it was pretty bad. It was real bad, and I ended up getting through that too. And this is all around the same time. This is all around the same time. So I'm like, why everything keep happening to me? Like, it was a lot of stuff. Then my truck ended up getting caught on fire. Like, I caught COVID, had a real bad eye injury. Then my truck caught on fire. You know, my truck ended up catching on fire. And remind you, I just bought my truck and only had it for like 3 weeks to a month, and it caught on fire. And so I'm wondering, like, why is all this stuff keep happening to me? Like, I don't know what's going on. But once again, the Lord was with me 100%, delivering me through everything. Like I kept saying to myself, like, don't worry, put it in His hands. And every time I put all my worries into the Lord's hands, it always worked itself out. Always. Always worked itself out. It just take a little bit of faith. Like, I'm just here to tell you guys, listen. Seriously, listen to this. If you was faithful to the Lord, right, and this is serious too. If you was, first of all, let me just get into the last thing that happened to me. Let me just get into that, the last thing. Okay, so after the COVID thing, after the eye injury, after my truck got caught on fire, and also my landlord said they didn't get my money order, so I had to end up paying my rent all over again. All this stuff happened to me, like all at once, like just like that. Then the last thing, I went to my doctor, found out I had an enlarged prostate. Well, I went to the doctor and found out my PSA was like a 9. So I went to the doctor and found out my PSA was a 9. You know, I ended up posting on Facebook. I shouldn't have posted on Facebook, but I ended up posting it on Facebook. And man, like, well, actually, I was overwhelmed by all the support and prayers that people prayed for me. But I had a few people calling me, and one person called me and it was like, you know, it's a 9, you got cancer. Like, straight up just told me that, because normally when your PSA is a 9, that means it's cancerous. That means you might got prostate cancer. So I was fine up to the point that he told me that. And then it seemed like after he told me that, everything I look at says, you got cancer, you got cancer, you got cancer. So, and it's true, like when your because everything I was looking at, everybody said their PSA level was a 9, they actually had prostate cancer. But one thing about that is this, like when I went back like 30 days after I found out my PSA level was a 9, and I called them, and then they told me they can't get me into 30 days later. So that just making me worrying even more, even though I try to give it, you give it to God, you do, but you still gonna worry a little bit because that's just human nature. But I gave it to the Lord. But 30 days passed, and then I went try to go back in August, and then another 30 day passed, but that was my fault then. But I said to myself, hold up, I keep missing these appointments. I said, it's no coincidence. I said, God must be working on something. I said, He got to be doing something behind the scenes, because it's not no accident that I keep missing these appointments. I mean, they keep postponing my appointments and stuff like that. Then after that, August came, and that's when I went recently, and they said my PSA level went all the way from 9 to a 1 something, and it wasn't cancerous, and it was I probably had an infection or something. But I pray to God. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing, you guys. When I found out I had it, I prayed. Let me just tell you this. If you faithful to God, God will definitely be faithful to you. Seriously. If you faithful to God, He would definitely be faithful to you. Just have a little faith. Like I keep saying, I trust God, I trust God. I trust God, I trust God. No, I kept saying, God, I trust you. God, I trust you. God, I trust you. Trust God. God, I trust you. Then I was like, you know what? I just trust God. I just know He's going to deliver me. But what I know is this. Like if you just got a little faith, all you truly got to do is just believe. You know, the Bible said, ask and you shall receive. Like all I did had a little bit of faith and God delivered. To be honest with you, it was already taken care of. It was already taken care of. All I had to do was just ask. All I had to do was just pray for it. When you pray for something, just pray that it already been taken care of. Like God already done it. So all you doing is just thanking Him. Like when you find out something is wrong or something going on in your life, just tell God thank you. Pray about it and just tell Him thank you, because it's just about faith. God, if it's in His word that He would do it, He's faithful. He can't contradict Himself. So if He said you ask and you shall receive, He's going to do just that. All it just takes for you to have a little bit of faith. Just faith. Just have faith that He's going to do it. That He's going to deliver you from it. If you have just a little bit of doubt, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. If you just 1% with your whole heart and believe that God can deliver you from whatever it is you're going through. Remember, God is not a man. You can't think like men think. You can't think like you think. You got to understand God can do the impossible. You got to understand this God worked miracles. See, I was supposed to have cancer, but I didn't have it. And that is no coincidence. That ain't nothing that I did. That was all God. That's just some of the things that He delivered me from. Like I can go on and on and on. Like when I didn't have no rest in 2 days and I thought I was going to die. Like I had something going on with me. I ain't had rest in 2 days. My body was shutting down. And I got on my knees and I prayed. I cried out to the Lord. And just like that, the pain went right away. Just like that. It went away. Just like that. No prescription, no nothing. I just cried to Him and He took the pain away. Just like that. So can't nobody ever tell me about my Lord. Can't nobody ever tell me about my Lord and Savior that He's not real. He don't work miracles. Why is this happening to me? Why is that happening to me? You just got to truly believe with all your heart and believe that it's already done. Believe that it's already done and you just thanking Him for doing it. Just like, Lord, thank you. Even if you're going through this, even though you're going through it already, just be like, God, thank you. Even if the situation just occurred and you still having pain, just be like, God, thank you. Just thank Him for delivering from it, because He's going to do it. It just all depends on you and your relationship with the Lord. Because look, God have mercy on who He want to have mercy on. God have grace on who He want to have grace on. I'm just so glad He had grace and mercy on me and delivered me from, a lot of situations. And it's all about my faith and my relationship I have with Him. You can't ask God to deliver you from something and you don't even believe. You don't even believe what you say when it comes to God. You don't even have no relationship with Him. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, come on now. How you gonna ask the Lord and Savior for something, but you don't even give Him time? You don't even know. You don't even know who He is as our Lord and Savior. You don't even know Him. You only ask Him because you're going through something, but you could care less about Him. Like, we got to change all that. You can't say, Lord, deliver me from this, deliver me from that, and yet you go right back into your worldly ways. And then you wonder why He don't hear your prayers. It's all up to you. It's all up to you and your relationship with God. And like I said, God show who you show mercy on, and He show grace who you show grace on, because there's a lot of believers out there that died. They know the Lord. They had a great relationship with Him. It just depends on you. It just depends on you and your relationship with God, and that's all I can say. Like I said, He showed grace and mercy on who He want to show grace and mercy to. And I'm just glad He chose me. And I just want to encourage y'all, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Always keep your faith in the Lord. Don't ever turn away from Him. Just keep your faith. Stay on a narrow road and just live for God, and just don't ever stray away from Him, because you just never know what can happen. And keep your faith. Just keep your faith in Him, and just already know that it's already been done. He already know what you want before you even ask Him. So just thank Him. Just be, Lord, thank you for delivering me from such whatever it is you're going through. Whether it's finances or sickness or whatever it is. Or relationship, whatever. just thank him, because he already know what you want already. And if you truly believe it with your whole heart, he can deliver you from anything, no matter what it is. You just got to believe. If you have any little doubt, it's not going to work. You just got to truly believe with your whole heart. And just thank him, because it's already been done. You just got to own up to it. You just got to thank him and claim it. That's it. Thank y'all for watching. God bless y'all. And keep your faith and live for Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.